All right, welcome into Market Day Reports. I'm glad you're here with us. I'm Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for tuning us in here today. All right, let's take a look and see what the markets are doing. Now, last time we were with corn, it was a little lower, and it was off by about a nickel. We're about still there, maybe not as bad. Come back, maybe a penny. Let's take a look and see what we've got going on in this D's corn, right? Down 3.5 cents there. 487 is last, 3.5 cents off the lows. That's actually where we were the last time we visited. And we've got about, an 11 cent range over there. So we're 3.5 cents off the lows of an 11 cent range. That will give you the picture that we're trying to paint. How about that? Soybeans, they were just a tad better the last time we checked. I think they've actually added on here to their gains, bought a little bit more real estate. November is up 7.25 cents to 13.67 3/4, and that's about 4.5 cents off the highs. So we'll take that. Not bad. That's no soybeans. 7.25 cents higher, 13.67 3/4 is last. Not too bad. All right, let's take a look at wheat in Chicago. The Chicago wheat market, that's lower by about a nickel. This is off 5.25 cents to 634.5. And that's going to be about 8 cents off the lows and about 8 cents off the highs. It doesn't get any more smack dab in the middle of a daily range than that. It's D's down 5.25 cents again to 634.5. D's wheat in Chicago. From Chicago, we go to Kansas City. That'll be the hard red. D's there is sharply unchanged. 763 3/4 is last, but that is 2 cents off the highs. So maybe we're clinging on to something there, right? March right behind it. That's down 0.5 cent. 768 3/4 is last. Spring wheat in Minneapolis. Let's move over there and see what we've got going on. And we have a 2 cent rally going on. 805 1/4 is last. Nice to see an 8 in front of it there. We're 4.5 cents off the highs, and we're about 7 cents off the lows, not quite. So there you go. That'll give you an idea about what's been happening in the spring wheat. Let's take a look and see what's cotton got in store for us, and we're going to get to our guest analyst. Say that too fast. 59 points higher in the D's to 86.41. Not bad. That's D's cotton 86.40 now. 86.40 now, up 58 points. Okay, let's bring in our next guest analyst. It's the venerable Tommy Grisafi coming to us from Bettendorf, Iowa. I'm an Iowa guy. Des Moines, Iowa is where I hail from. Tommy, thanks for being on. He's with Advanced Trading. He was out there yesterday. I think you were speaking with the guys at Liquid Grow in Tipton, Iowa, right?
Yeah, Liquid Grow. Good folks. Scott and his sons run that company, and wonderful people. They were kind enough to take us out to dinner 2 nights in a row. So what can I say? I'll tell you, great crowd in Tipton. Good people, but I had to deliver some bad news that they may not make a lot of money farming the next few years. The answer is bushels. And next year and all the years moving forward, cutting down on inputs isn't going to help you grow any more bushels. So we're going to have to grow the most bushels we can. We got to hope they quit building houses and dollar stores out here in Iowa. Some of that prime farm ground around Des Moines, Quad Cities, all going to houses. You know this, Scott, it's people getting the heck out of Illinois, crossing the I-74 bridge and getting over here. Let's talk markets real quick, as that is important. Corn market zipped up last night, had a nice close yesterday, zipped up. Karen Braun from Reuters was out on the Pro Farmer Crop Tour. She came across some bad corn, not just in one field, but low corn yields in this route that she had. So the Pro Farmer Crop Tour is running all over. Behind me over here, you could see Tammy. I just watched Tammy, RFD's own Tammy. She's at Technology Day. So a lot of education going on. Whether you're at Liquid Grow, Technology Days, on the Pro Farmer Crop Tour, a lot of information being absorbed. But when it was all said and done, corn and wheat are lower, and there's something really big going on in the stock market. NVIDIA yesterday came out with earnings, had the NASDAQ going all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs going up. But look at the stock market now from where it was earlier. Big turnaround in stocks again today from their highs to their lows. A lot of money shifting around. Of course, if you're scared out there, you can just take that money and go make 5% anywhere. So the stock market has competition. Commodities have competition. It's not the good old days of the crazy 20, 30 cent moves in corn. Although we had one of those Monday, we had a 25 cent move in corn, but it was from up 13 to down 12. Not going the right direction for grain bulls, Scotty boy. Back to you.
Yeah, maybe the market's trying to tell us something, Tommy. Sometimes you got to take a step back and listen to what it's trying to say. All right, stay right there.
If only there was a show who did that. If only there was a show that did that.
I appreciate that. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills for that show, and we're going to come back and talk more with Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading out in Bettendorf, Iowa, talking to the folks at Liquid Grow. Talk to you. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back. It's now time for the livestock. Let's get some of these prices done and let you know where we're standing. We'll start with live cattle in Chicago. What does that live cattle board got in store for us? It's got a gain in store for us. We're going to go to October. It's up $1.77 to 180.45, and that's just about 20 cents off the highs there. Not bad. We like that board. Moving over to the feeders, they're higher as well. Look at this. Let's go to the October board. They're up $2.50 to 253.37. And that too is about 30 cents off the highs there. And we've had a decent range of almost $3. Not bad. So we're knocking up against the highs of a $3 range. That's pretty good. And then finally, let's go to the lean hogs. Let's start with, I'll pick out October. That's up $1.60. 80.15 is last there, 10 cents off the highs. So we like these livestock boards. Off air, I was talking to Tommy Grisafi. Let's bring him back in. He's our guest analyst here. Tommy, you had some other interesting tidbits that we talked about. Why don't you have at it?
Yes, sir. PJ just tweeted, PJ from RJO. He said Deese oats are trading over Deese corn. Now, it's interesting because we've had some extremely hot weather in the northern plains in Canada, and the rains just didn't show up just in time. They went from too cold and wet and too much snow, hard time getting it in. When they did get it in, it didn't rain. So Deese oats trading over Deese corn. Obviously, we're growing a lot more corn than oats. Interesting tidbit. Hey, real important note to the cattle. Hearing a lot of death loss this heat is something else. I personally just walked out of our office here in Bettendorf, walked over the I-74 bridge and back. I didn't die, didn't have a heart attack, but I got to tell you, if Tommy G's hot after a little half-hour walk, I couldn't imagine being a critter out there. And there is death loss in the cattle. So the already tight numbers in cattle, we did not create any more creatures in this heat the last 48 hours. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. You know, there's times of the year where we have massive snows and we have death loss, extreme heat. It's very challenging on these animals. So thoughts and prayers to all the good folks raising livestock out there. And it's affecting the price, seeing feeder cattle up 230 in October, seeing live cattle up. So tight numbers getting tighter. I didn't have a chance to look at the hog board. As I tell you folks, the only part I like about hogs is eating the bacon. It's not my favorite thing to trade. And it's a challenging market, though, when you look at the numbers in hogs at those futures prices just aren't that great. Best thing the hog guy has going is the cheaper corn. Real quick before we go and take a break, soybean meal exploded up the last few days. Keep an eye on that soybean meal. It's a great source of protein and everything else for these animals. If you can lock in those soybean meals, get it done. Thank you, sir. Back to you.
All right. Thank you very much. That's Tommy Grisafi. Always great content out in Bettendorf, Iowa. Talking to the great folks at Liquid Grow, Tipton, Iowa. That's another good town.